Welcome to this 20-minute beginner's core workout routine. Hey guys, my name is Alina Kennedy. I'm an Australian trained physiotherapist and personal trainer based in New York City. Thanks for joining me on this workout today. We're going to do a 20-minute beginner's core workout routine. All you're going to need is a yoga mat or a comfortable place on your floor to do these exercises. We're not going to be using any equipment at all. So this is a really simple and easy workout to fit into your day. So we're gonna get straight into it. I'm gonna get you to have a lie on your yoga mat, on your back. So to start with, I'm going to get you to just place your head and back comfortably on the ground. Your knees are going to be bent and feet are hip distance apart. And to start with, we're just going to work on engaging your core. Now to do this, I'm going to get you to flatten your lower back and then arch. So we're just going to work through this pelvic tilt movement. This is fundamental to being able to engage your core and really get the most out of a core workout, really using your abdominals to hold your spine and your pelvis in place. So we're just going to do some of these movements back and forth, and then I'm going to get you to flatten your back, really press your lower back into the floor as hard as you can. As you do that, I want you to engage those abdominal muscles. So use your abdominal muscles to push your back flat on the floor. You're almost going to be tilting your pelvis so far that you feel like you're about to peel your butt off the mat, but you're not quite peeling your butt off the mat. So you're just tilting your pelvis back, flattening your lower back, and bracing through your core. As you do that, make sure you're still breathing, so you're engaging and pressing your abdominals in, but you're not holding so tightly that you're not breathing. So holding that, but letting your diaphragm, letting your lungs move. With the rest of the exercises, I really want you to focus on keeping that back flat. If at any point you feel like you're losing that position and your back is arching, I want you to reset and place your back flat on the ground again. So starting in this position, you're using those abdominals to hold your spine flat on the floor, and we're going to work on leg lifts. So you're lifting one leg up, knee is in a 90-degree position, and you're getting your knee directly above your hip. And then slowly working on placing that foot back down and then swapping to the other side. As you do this, go nice and slow. This isn't about quick leg movements up and down. The key with this exercise, what you're really aiming for, is to keep your lower back flat and use your abdominals to do that. So your abs are going to stay on, keeping your lower back glued to the floor. The hardest part of this exercise is that transition from one leg to the other. Just watch that as you're swapping from lifting one leg to the other, you're not letting your lower back lift up. So keep your back flat, keep your abdominals on as you lift one leg, and then control it back down without any movement in your lower back, and swap to the other side. Good, go nice and slow. Just focusing on keeping your spine flat, focusing on your form and making sure you're breathing. This is one where a lot of people will find that they are focusing so much on controlling their spine or keeping their abdominals on that they forget to breathe. So certainly don't want you passing out. breathing, try to keep your upper body relaxed as you're using your abdominals to keep your spine flat on the floor. Now, if you feel like you can, we're going to make this exercise a little bit harder. So I'm going to get you to lift one leg up, and then you're going to bring your other leg up to match it. So now you've got both legs up. Again, your spine should be flat. Your abdominals are working to push your spine down into the mat, and your legs are in this 90-degree position. So 90-degree bend at your hips, 90-degree bend at your knees, and you're just holding this position. If you feel like getting into this position or holding it here, you're feeling your lower back arch, or you're feeling any strain in your lower back, I want you to bring your legs back down and go back to doing one leg lifts at a time. But if you feel like you can hold this position without letting your lower back lift up, perfect. We're just going to hold this position and work on keeping those abdominals engaged. We're going to do 10 more seconds here. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you lower your legs down, don't let your lower back lift off. Keep that control until both feet are on the ground, and then you're going to relax. Then we're going to go back to just some of these pelvic tilts. So you're going to go forwards and backwards. Just slowly working on getting a little bit of that movement through your lower back, letting your pelvis move forward and backward. The next exercise, we're going to work on some bridges. So as you're going backwards and forward, I want you to then flatten your back and then begin peeling your hips off the ground. As you lift up, I want you to press your heels into the floor. So push your heels down and squeeze your butt up. And then slowly working on going back down. As you're going back down, I want your back to be flat when it makes contact with the ground. So you're keeping that tilted position through your pelvis. And then once your entire back is flat on the ground, you're going to tilt the other way and let your lower back arch. Then we're going to come back, flatten your lower back, and slowly begin peeling your hips off the floor. Dig your heels into the ground and squeeze those buttocks muscles as you lift up. Normal to feel a bit of a stretch through the front of your legs as well as you're doing that. Get flat back, let go, and then come back. And slowly lifting up, squeeze your butt. And control it down. You don't have to lift too high. We definitely don't want you going into a big back arch here, so only lift up as far as you can, squeezing your glute muscles without adding that extra arch in your lower back. Remember to relax between reps. Then you're going to flatten your back, press your heels down, and peel up, squeezing your glute muscles to lift up. And then on the way down, keep that pelvic tilt position so that your back is flat as it makes contact with the ground. We're going to do 2 more here. Relax, then flatten, peel up, and squeeze your glutes. relax, tilt back, flatten your back, lift up, and squeeze your glutes as you lift up. Awesome. So we're going to go back to that first exercise where we're working on either holding our legs up or doing some leg tilts. So again, flatten your lower back, brace your abdominals, use those abdominals to push your spine down. And then if you can, we're going to work on lifting both legs up. Go nice and slow. As you do your lift, make sure your back stays flat. And we're just going to hold this position for 30 seconds. If your back feels like it's straining here, even if you could do it the first time, but if it doesn't feel quite right the second time, go back to doing your leg lifts. It's not uncommon for your abdominals to fatigue and then your back to start taking over. We don't want that. So if you feel like your abdominals are done, they're fatiguing, your back is taking over, go back to those leg lifts and just focus on keeping your abs on rather than just getting through the exercise just for the sake of it. Got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Slowly lower one leg down and then the other. And then relax. Perfect. So then we're going to go on to all fours. We're going to do a bird dog exercise. So I'm going to get you to place your wrists underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. And here we're just going to, again, play around with our spine position, find a neutral spine position. I want your shoulder blades tucked in a little bit, your chin lifted up and engaged. And then we're going to do those same lower back movements, those pelvic movements, to find a neutral spine position, one where we're just engaging our abdominals a little bit, just to keep our spine relatively flat. And from here, I'm going to get you to extend one leg back. So you're lifting one leg and reaching back, and then coming back in, and then we're going to swap to the other side. The key with this exercise is that your trunk, so your shoulders to hips, stay absolutely still. You're not letting your back dip or arch, so you're keeping that neutral position. And you're also not rotating around, so you're not doing this when you lift up. So everything stays really tight, really solid and stable as your leg lifts up and your hips move. Now, if you can, let's you lift the opposite arm as well. So as your leg lifts back, your opposite arm reaches forward. And then slowly slide back into place and swap to the other side. So one leg goes back, the opposite arm goes forward. Nice and slow. The slower you do this one, the more you're going to be working your core. Because your core is really working on stabilizing your back while your arm and leg are up in the air. Again, the key is keeping your trunk really still and using your abdominals just to keep your spine in that still position so that you're not moving or rotating or arching or dipping your lower back. A lot of people will find themselves quite wobbly when they do this exercise. That's totally fine. That is normal. That is just your core trying to work and stabilize you. Again, don't try and speed up to counteract that wobbliness. Instead, work on just going as slow as you can and focusing on keeping everything stable. You'll also find that you probably just need to readjust your position after every few reps because you'll naturally move out of it. Just check your lower back position, check that your core is still working. Do a check on where your shoulders are sitting. Beginners' core exercises are a lot about just learning to feel what your spine is doing, what your shoulders are doing, what your abdominals are doing. We're not working on anything too complex here, but building that good foundation of feeling what your body is doing is really the key to then being able to do more advanced core exercises without hurting your lower back and really actually making the most out of those exercises and using the right muscles. The last exercise we're going to practice today is going to be a side plank. For this exercise, you're going to start on your side. Your elbow is going to go right underneath your shoulder. Your knees are going to be bent and stacked one on top of the other. And then you're going to stay on your knees, but lift your hips up. So we're going to get up into this position, really focusing on pushing your hips up as high as you can. Your other arm is either up in the air or on your hips. And you're just holding this position. So we're going to do a 30-second hold here. Really just focusing on pushing that up. Still breathe, control that movement. Focus on keeping your hips up. Got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. And then we're going to swap to the other side and do the exact same thing. And lifting up. Lifting up, pressing your hips up. Make sure that that elbow is right underneath your shoulder and focusing on just lifting that hip up. You should start to feel some of these muscles on the side of your abdominals engaging. So as you're pushing yourself up, they're going to be working and holding you up into that position. If you feel like you're fatiguing and slowly dropping down, reset, keep thinking about pushing your hips up as high as you can throughout this exercise. We have got 10 seconds to go. 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome, well that's the end of this 20-minute beginner's core workout. I hope you've enjoyed it and learnt something, and please try these exercises again at home. It's really great to practice them every couple of days. The more you practice, the quicker you're going to get that feeling of core engagement and get stronger quicker, so then you can move on to more advanced exercises. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer them. And make sure you follow and like if you want more content like this. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.